probably it's the same SpaceX, Elon Musk, etc., that Katy Perry recently went up just to the edge of the atmosphere, didn't she, with others, and
Um,
William Shatner. I mean,
yeah.
they were using him, weren't they? SpaceX.
I think that was the Amazon boss's one.
Oh,
What's his
right,
name?
Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Oh,
Bezos.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought it
Yes.
was Musk, but obviously I'm not right on that. Yeah, because with those explosions, would those people have risked going in that? Yeah. No. If there's a risk, if there's a history of this kind of response, really, an explosion on the launch pad, or even when it gets up there, I
Yeah.
think any human will be mad until it was seen to be pretty safe to
Yeah.
get on board on SpaceX. But yeah, perhaps I've mixed up the whole thing because I thought SpaceX was what they had been going up with, but
Right.
maybe not. Maybe it's the one where there's this new bit that goes on top that actually has the astronauts in, and he wants to go to Mars, I think, at some stage, doesn't he,
Yeah.
Elon
Yeah.
Musk? So maybe they are two different things. As you say, Jeff Bezos has a hand in this as well. So yeah, probably I haven't paid too much attention to it, hence my lack of accurate knowledge.
Yeah. It's all right. Yeah. I certainly wouldn't be getting on any any of his spacecraft.
No, nor me, nor me.
It's it's like getting on a modern day Titanic.
Well, yeah, that's right, absolutely. Well, there was a few months ago, wasn't there? There was the businessman. I can't remember his name, Mike somebody, but he had been under house arrest in America, British man,
Yeah.
because of he was extradited there because of supposed problems on his company, which was sold to one of the big American companies. Anyway, he was extradited, and I think it was in July last year, August. His lawyers over there got him off, and he was found not guilty. So he was free after a couple of years of being house arrested over there.
Yeah.
And he came back. He's contributed, by all accounts, millions to the exchequer here. He's a very successful businessman, and he had a yacht. It's called a super yacht, and it's obviously worth a few £1 million, but it wasn't. Excuse me, it wasn't one of the great big ones.
Hmm.
Anyway, he was having a sort of a trip around the coast of down in the Mediterranean and various other places, and there was warning of a very heavy storm coming in one night. So the crew decided they would dock for the night. Now, this yacht, I think it was called the Bayenzian, something like that, but it was said to be unsinkable. And when you hear that about a ship or a yacht, you want to think long and hard. It actually had the tallest mast of pretty much any boat. They call them boats, those things, of that
Yeah.
class. Boats rather than ships. And the picture of it, the mast was massive. Anyway, long story short, it was caught on this storm. Other boats were there, sort of moored in for the night. At about 3 in the morning, it was ripped from its anchor and the moorings, and actually overturned. It went upside down, and I think 5 or 6 people died, including that businessman, having got off from his case after all that time, and his daughter, 18-year-old daughter. I believe his wife survived, and one or two others of the crew, but the rest of them died. And yeah, I only say that when you say about the Titanic being unsinkable. This was said of this particular boat that it was unsinkable, and it surely surfaced. Sinkable. This was said of this particular boat that it was unsinkable, and it wasn't. So it's
Hmm.
always a dangerous thing to say about anything, really. It can't go wrong.
Hmm.
Always a dangerous thing to say. But yeah, in that case, it was a very sad ending to what should have been a pleasure trip.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps don't say anything is unsinkable, like you said.
No, don't say it's unsinkable. Absolutely right. Yeah.
You might you might be jinxing it. You will tell me if anything is unsinkable.
Well,
If an aircraft is uncrashable, you will tell me.
yeah, if anybody ever said that, you don't go on the plane. Don't ever touch it with a barge pole. Absolutely. Not worth it. Humans can be very fallible, so
Oh yeah,
yeah, be
yeah,
careful.
absolutely, absolutely. Now the next one is something that really concerns you and me, which is music,
Yeah.
and it's one it's been causing a lot of well, I wouldn't say a lot because there's been other bands in the past that's been a little more controversial, but this one is controversial because it's got itself involved in an ongoing political um, um, issue at the moment, and I don't know if you've heard about the I think it's a rap group called Kneecap. Have you heard about
Yeah, I've heard
Kneecap?
of them. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
heard of them. Yeah.
So this group called Kneecap, they've, I think well, maybe not the whole group, um, but certainly the lead singer, it's been questioned by police or been cautioned by police or is having to appear in court, something on that line anyway, where is made a controversial statement about the ongoing crisis in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine. Now, I believe we've talked about this before in the past, where we've actually asked ourselves as musicians whether it's a wise thing to, as a singer or as a band, to get involved in ongoing, whether ongoing or other political issues for that matter. What are your thoughts on these?
Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because we could also liken that to, say, Gary Lineker, who effectively lost his job eventually after lots and lots of political statements on Twitter, on X. Yeah, it's a difficult.